Hidusche, Stungo, Halito, Chinchikma, Osio. Welcome to another podcast of Native Wings Like an Eagle Incorporated. My name is Melvin Battiest, and I am the Executive Director of Native Wings. So I am going, for this podcast, kind of to explain a little bit more clearly of what Native Wings Like an Eagle Incorporated is all about. A lot of confusion has been brought our way, and so I just want to clear the air. So when you come back, we're going to discuss what Native Wings is really the mission and the goal of this organization. So stay with us. Welcome back to this podcast of Native Wings. The issue I'm talking about is very simple. What is the mission and goal of Native Wings Like an Eagle Incorporated? Off the Rez Program. We've been getting some phone calls lately from people who have asked us to help them in certain situations, who have never been to prison or have been out of prison for over the time limit that we serve those who come out of prison. So I want to clear the air about that. Native Wings Like an Eagle Incorporated, Off the Rez Program, is established on reintegration services. We provide reintegration services to Native men and women coming out of incarceration who are enrolled members of federally recognized tribes and have been released up to 1 year. Once you come out of prison, we want to be able to help you get reintegration services such as transitional housing, employment, higher education, get your transportation, get your medical chart started at the Indian hospitals, get your identifications, get your food, get your clothing, everything that you need in order to come out and get ready to transition back out here from incarceration. So the thing is we help those who are coming out within that 1 year. But at the same time, Native Wings, we don't turn anyone away. When you come to us, and if you don't hit the criteria for the Off the Rez program, we still have resources that we can provide for you to go and get the help you need from the different organizations that are in partnership with Native Wings. And so I just want to make sure, because many people have called and said, well, I thought you was going to help me because you're a Native organization and I need payment for my electricity bill. I need help with my rent. I need this and I need that. And and if it was my money, oh, believe me, I would step right on in. But because this money that Native Wings operates from is given to us by private donors, and they're specific that we help those coming out of prison up to 1 year, and we have to do that. Again, we have other resources that we're hooked up with, Homeless Alliance and these other organizations in Oklahoma City that we can help you out if you're beyond the acceptance of date of coming into Native Wings Off the Rez program. So anyway, I don't want people to be confused, because I want to help out whatever way I can. I'm trying to have open doors for everyone. But the Off the Rez program is the primary program for Native Wings Like an Eagle Incorporated. So with that, like I said, if you call up here and you need help with electricity and you don't qualify for the Native Wings Off the Rez program, we can send you to another organization that can help you with that situation. So we have got partnerships going. We are doing all we can to help you out whatever way. One of the most recent things is, I think we are now coming in collaboration and hopefully partnership with the Oklahoma City Indian Clinic concerning mental health. That is a big thing, and I'm really glad that I'm praying that this is going to come forth and be a partnership. But anyway, the heart of of the people that work here at Native Wings is with you. We want to do all that we can for you. And again, in time, as we get more funding, I would like to be able to expand the 1 year up to maybe 2-3 years, maybe even up to 5 years. But right now, we're limited to 1 year with the funding that we're getting, which brings up another issue. We would really like to have the tribal nations invest in Native Wings. We had set out, and when I first started Native Wings, I was in contact with the tribes, and almost every tribe that I spoke to said that Native Wings was a great idea. It's something that needed to be done for their tribal members off the res. And so, with that, I was excited to get almost all acceptance of all 39 tribes backing Native Wings. But at the same time, we really need financial help to keep going. And so, if any of you have any kind of leeway or any kind of good communication with your tribal chief or your tribal council members, tell them about Native Wings. Tell them what we're doing. But by the way, there is no other organization in Oklahoma, much less the United States, that does what we're doing off the res. And so we really, really want to be able to help people who are coming out of incarceration, but it does take finances to keep providing these things for everyone, and to keep pay over the overhead for our operation of the organization. Also I want to explain too, the Off the Rez program is set out like this. Again, if you come out of incarceration and you don't want to go back to the res for whatever reason, maybe it's toxic for you when you come out because you're going back around the same old crowd or whatever, or you just feel like, going back to the res at that time isn't profitable for you. Or maybe when you get out, the courts have assigned you to stay in a certain area which you can't go back to your reservation. Then we help you. You come to us. You come to Native Wings. So Native Wings, when you first come out, we want to try to hook you up with your tribe if your tribe has a reintegration program. They should be your first resource. But if they can't help you because you don't want to go back to the res, that's where Native Wings steps in. That's where we come forth, and we give you all the assistance that you need. But also, say like you're a Muskogee Creek member, and you get out of prison, and you don't want to go back to the Creek Reservation, but you end up on the Choctaw Reservation. Well, you're in a position to where living in the Choctaw Nation, when it comes to reintegration services coming out of prison, the Choctaws are limited from helping you because you're not an enrolled member of the Choctaw Nation. And the Creeks, the Muskogee Creek, can't help you because you're not living on their reservation. So right there, you are in the same position, not getting any help from this tribe or this tribe. But Native Wings can come in and help you. Even if you're living outside your jurisdictional boundaries of your tribe, but you're living on another tribal jurisdiction, we can help you because you need that help. But again, our primary concern is when you come out, we understand the tribe's focus of getting their members back on the reservation. They want it, it's like you're a family, and they want you to come back to the res. But there's times when that's just not possible. And when that's not possible, that's where Native Wings comes in. So I wanted to make sure that that's cleared up, because we have been having a lot of confusion, and I hate confusion, And so, my God is not a God of confusion. And so he doesn't place that on me to present that to you guys. So anyway, I hope that this kind of dispels all the misunderstandings of Native Wings to those of you who are watching, and then many of you can go share with other people, since I've shared with you today what this is about. And so anyway, that's something that I felt was really important to do. And remember, If you have a connection with a tribal chief or a tribal council member or somebody who you can tell them about Native Wings, please do that. We need all the help we can to get word out to all the tribes, which I believe all the tribes already know, but we need a little secondary push to them to invest in the Native Wings. So anyway, that's what I wanted to discuss today. Our next podcast, me and my wife just came back from Washington, D.C. We were invited to attend the President's National, I think it's National Breakfast Prayer in Washington, D.C. What a wonderful time. Went up there, sat with people from all over the world, prayer warriors. Went up there and prayed for each other's countries, for each other's leadership. You know, that's one thing that we didn't do is we didn't sit around with politics on our mind. We sat around with prayer on our hearts for each other. And, you know, as a man of faith, the man in the Christian faith, the word tells me to pray for my leaders. No matter what party they are, pray for my leaders. Whether they're of this government, whether they're of the state, whether they're the tribe, whether they're my employer, whether it's my spouse, you know, somebody. We are a prayer people. And you know, the good thing about it is from a traditional standpoint, outside of Christianity, the elders teach us the same thing. Pray for your leaders. And so that's what we did in Washington, D.C. We took pictures, we took video, and in our next podcast, we're going to share that with you. So we're really excited about what happened in Washington, D.C. So with that, I want to thank you for watching this podcast. And remember, Native Wings is for you as you come out of prison. And with that, I would just say, Hadam, Jihijades. We will see you again.